Yesterday was a hard day for me. I woke up late. I felt tired and weak. I opened my eyes, but I did not want to get out of bed. My room was dark, and the floor was cold. I thought, why am I here? Why not just sleep more? But then I remembered, I have a job, and my team needs me. So I sat up, stood, and walked to the bathroom. I washed my face and brushed my teeth. I looked at myself in the mirror. I said, you can do this. I went to the kitchen. The house was quiet. My mother was still sleeping. I did not want to make noise. I opened the refrigerator. There was no milk, only water. I closed the door. I decided to eat bread with sugar. It was not a good breakfast, but it was fast. I put on my clothes, a clean shirt and old shoes. I grabbed my bag, my phone, my keys, and my watch. Then I left home. Outside, the weather was cold and dark. I waited for the bus. While waiting, I called my friend. He asked, are you free today? Would you like to go out? I said, no, I am busy. I have a meeting with my boss. I also need to finish a project. He said, I understand. Good luck. I replied, thank you. Then the bus arrived. I got on and sat near a window. I saw a man carrying a heavy bag. I offered to help, but he said, no, thanks. I can do it. I nodded. At work, I went to my office. My boss was already there. He said, good morning. Are you okay? You look sad. I answered, I feel a little tired, but I'm fine. And you? He smiled and said, I'm fine too. Let's start the meeting. We went into the conference room. He asked, what do you think about our new goal? I said, I think it is difficult, but not impossible. We need more time and more people. He replied, I agree. But we have a problem. The company has no money to hire new people. What should we do? I thought for a moment. Then I said, we can change the plan. We can do less, but do it well. He asked, can you show me an example? I took a piece of paper and drew a simple table. I said, look. We have 5 tasks. Let's choose only 3. We will finish them before the deadline. Then, if we have time, we do the other 2. He looked at my drawing. He said, that is a good idea. I agree. Let's do that. I felt relieved. After the meeting, I walked to the break room. I made a cup of coffee hot and strong. I sat on a chair near the wall. I drank slowly. Then my phone rang. It was my sister. She asked, what are you doing? I said, I am drinking coffee and resting. She said, do you want to have dinner with me tonight? I answered, yes, I would love to. What time? She said, at 7 p.m. I'll text you the address. I replied, perfect. See you later. Take care. At 5 p.m., I left work. I walked to the bus stop. The rain started. I opened my umbrella. Young boy ran past me. He was carrying a book. He slipped on the wet floor and fell. I helped him stand up. I asked, are you okay? He said, yes. Thank you. I smiled. That small moment gave me energy. I thought, even on a bad day, you can still do something good. I arrived home at 6 p.m. I changed my clothes and washed my hands. Then I went out again to meet my sister. We ate at a small restaurant. She ordered rice, meat, and fruit. I had soup and bread. She asked, do you have children? I laughed and said, no, not yet. I am still young. She asked, what are your hobbies? I said, I like to read, listen to music, and learn English. She smiled and said, where did you learn English? I replied, at home. I use the 521 words method. It works. She smiled and said, I'm proud of you. That night, I went to sleep with peace in my heart. I realized, even when life feels ugly or difficult, there is always hope. And that is a beautiful thing.